Hey everybody, Diamond Deb back here with you in Diamond Dust, and I'm using OBS today for the first time since I was streaming, and never have I used it for recording a video for YouTube, so we shall see how this goes. I have a lot of hope though that this is going to work for me and my husband to record together better than Discord then, so keep your fingers crossed because I can't test it tonight. He's on overtime and already in bed. I noticed in my test recording that you can hear game sounds now. You couldn't do that when I was using Bandicam, so. And I had to figure out key bindings or that was going to be a deal breaker because I was having to throw the game down to hit record and stop recording, but I figured it out. YouTube is a fantastic place to learn things. Okay, a short tour. We've got 2 on each end. We've got 4 on each side. Now, on the ends on both sides, we're going to have a furnace and a chest. Here we're going to add some other tools that you might want to use because sometimes, believe it or not, you end up spending a little bit of time in the nether. Now, I would like to put some kind of other lighting in the ceiling, but I'm a little picky about what I want and we don't yet have access to it, so it'll wait till the future. I did not lower it like I said I wouldn't, and I'm pretty happy with it anyway. There's also another thing that we can do. On one of these sides on this one, and one of these sides on this one, we could take them down and make a whole new nether hub below. Maybe one on both sides. I don't know yet. Because that would also give room in the middle to go different ways. Now, you can only go over the top if you bust through this, and it's been such a long time since I've done it, and I'm pretty sure I had help on a server. So, I'm not doing that. I'm happy with this look. I'm happy with this height. And when we do go to dig our first tunnel, as any tunnel, we're going to go at least 1,000 blocks in whatever direction that we want to go. And I will make sure I have more obsidian and all that good stuff. But all we were doing right now was building this so that it existed, and we are going to move on to another project. Oh, hey, I forgot. I think I showed you that we did this, put the glass in there to kind of memorialize the old portal. We also built a safe way down, and we have some of those meanies outside, wherever they are. We did go mining, but we really didn't find anything interesting in between episodes. So I've gotten quite a bit done. I'm loving the view of the town over here, and the greenhouse is really growing on me. It wasn't at first. It just wasn't the picture that I had in mind, but honestly, I think it fits in the area well. We needed a nice large greenhouse, and it holds a lot more than I thought it would. And I'm also thinking that the farmer that'll be over here probably should also be a horse farm. So like maybe some crops and some horses. I think that would be kind of neat. I kind of combed through my worlds for some of my favorite builds and printed them out. And I may not do them exact, but I kind of want a representation of things that I've done in the past, even if I can improve upon them, to be in this specific world, since this is my forever world. If there's one good thing about this project, I've got plenty of this now. I did make a trip back out to the Badlands and got some more of this stuff. That's how I finished the nether hub when I did. Or since I've done that. Hey, it's been a long day, okay? Long day. That's alright though. Oh my god, look at how much of that's turned already. And just at the beginning, and I've spent a lot of time in the nether. That's so much more than what it was the last time we looked at it. And that what? Was last episode? Was it? I don't remember. It seems like it though because I went to get sand. Boy, this is going to be a faster change than I thought. Although I have spent hours in the game. And more hours than I've recorded, obviously. I like that. It won't be long now and it'll be completely the... I don't know, is it blue or is it green or is it blue-green? I guess I could go over this again. And I don't know if I told you, but I thinned these rails up. This still isn't a bridge that I'm totally in love with, but it'll do. It'll do. Okay, I had hit the wrong button at some point after the last clip you just seen. We made mud, which I had to look up to do. We built this gazebo, and the reason we needed mud was because we used it for the flooring. Now, that said, you could use any kind of wood that you want. I just kind of like this look. but it could be spruce, it could be oak, it really wouldn't matter. And this will look nicer once these chains turn to this color of blue. I'm just certain of it. And that's why I use those. So this is just your normal gazebo. We've added chests under here, even though I remember accessing them before. What? So I added wood. That explains a lot. You missed it in the other clip. I had extra chests and I thought I was going to need to, and apparently I didn't. I stuck the wood under there instead of these on these three. Come on now, buddy. There we go. But the ideal is that you could either, at that point, you would be able to reach those chests, but I can't. Oh, you can reach them. Okay. So you could hide stuff. Like if you were joining a server, and I wouldn't do that now, but you could have used something like this in your area that you want to build, because it's kind of quick to put together and it's not that difficult. Depending on your materials, it doesn't have to be what you're seeing here. And you could sneaky hide your chest under here. And I wouldn't really suggest putting gates on here because mobs would be able to get you anyway. But what you could do is knock out this plant and this, and you could dig down there and make yourself a little base. You could put, you know, a flap there. What flap? Oh, when I forget words, it's great. You could put one of these up there, okay? It's a trap door, damn it. So there's things you could do to even just make this a sneaky base. But now that I put it out there on the... Oh, come on now. I'm not that popular at this point. But now that I put that out there, maybe you won't. And look at that over there. I know we saw it earlier, but it is just churning because I'm on the... I guess because I thought you had to be close. But that sucker has changed a lot. A lot. Oh, wow. I'm just amazed that that's almost blue. I know that's the first stage. It's like the greenish color. And then it still probably is a greenish blue. But anyway, this is something that I used to have in another world. It was a little bit bigger there. And it was just something that I wanted to put together and see if I liked it. And there's several builds that I would like to bring to this world that were among my favorites. And this was just one of them, and I thought, you know, it would be nice with the greenhouse here, and this being on this side of your yard. You could just come from your, you know, your yard and come back here and enjoy the nature. The nature. You could just come back here and enjoy nature. I explained this in my last recording, and I hope like hell it's picking up the game. I've got it on game capture, so we'll see. And now I lost what I was saying. Oh, I've been up since 4:30 this morning, and it is past 11:30 at night. And I had the girls today, so Nana's tired, okay? Although I do have, since we've got screwed out of seeing so much, I do have a funny story. My youngest grandbaby still needs to be burped after she eats, or sometimes I will hold her on my shoulder and pat her back, and I will shush her because she's napped. Or not, she's not napping. She's wanting to nap, but, you know, not going to sleep. And once I know she's not hungry, that's the next step. Up on the shoulder and start patting her and saying, shh, you know, to calm her down. And so my older granddaughter, who is just 2, she came up to me the other day after I told her no. And she patted my back and she goes, shh. Because apparently she wanted me to be quiet and not tell her no. 2-year-olds are fun, okay? 2-year and 3-year-olds are even better. But they're cute, so it doesn't matter. And that's really all I got for you. I'm sorry you missed it. I'm sorry I messed up so much with this OBS. And I think I called it OSB earlier. I'm not, you know, this is obviously not board. So please forgive me. Give me a little grace on getting this OBS under control. And in the future, let's hope we can record some with my husband, and I will see you in the next one.